the spirit, jinn, angels, fairies, they are hopeless romantics. I took a screenwriting course once, and when we got into where you're crafting a love story, it's a tragedy for your audience if this predestined amour union does not play out. Gone with the Wind, I mean, we see these love stories where we're emotionally engaged because we know that the boy and the girl of this impossible love story, they're destined for each other. And the author of the story has crafted it so masterfully because we are tossed and turned emotionally as they draw together, and then there are these dips where they pull apart, and we want, as the audience, just as me as the audience with Amelia, the tween, doing the card trick, I desperately wanted her to succeed because she engaged me emotionally so skillfully through this drama she created, through this performance as this hapless little girl who can't get the trick right. I desperately wanted her to succeed, and just as I desperately wanted her to succeed, when we are the audience of a love story where the two lovers are obviously predestined for this happy ending, this amour union, when we are pulled into those dips, it's wrenching for us. We learn from the Arabian Nights Tale and from these other classic love stories that feature this impossible love. And really, that's the only good love story, when it's an impossible love. That's the only kind that really engages us fully. It's a tragedy if the predestined union does not play itself out and if the happy ending is not achieved. And this is why I'm so confident, so certain, regarding my Act 3 happy ending, boy finds girl, even though I'm in the midst right now with my beloved of this geographical separation and the ambivalence of just what the state of our relationship is. Because of my absolute sense of destiny, this happy ending, this Act 3 resolution, will play itself out. It's an unstoppable force. It's as if we've already flipped forward to the last page of the story or fast forwarded to the last frame of the movie. We already know that they're embracing and the sun's going down and the orchestra's coming up. So once we know the happy ending, we can rewind the tape and go through this dip, and we have the same sense of peace. Just as Jesus knew the happy ending during the stormy crossing. This is why he resented when the disciples woke him up. When they're freaking out, they didn't know the happy ending. They didn't know that the safe harbor was a done deal. Jesus knew it existed right now in that parallel universe. Just as I know, I have already fast-forwarded to the end of Act 3, the amour union done deal. So I can ride through this dip, this separation, with confidence and peace and certainty. Just as Jesus said to the disciples, "Why did you wake me up from this nap he was taking in the boat?" Well, they were all bailing water and panicking, thinking they were all doomed. Jesus said, "Why did you wake me up? Don't you know who the captain of this ship is? Don't you know who's in charge here? Who's the author of this story?" As in that song I sang in the first session, I am this pen. I know that I'm the pen. I know that I'm the co-creator of my own love story. So my brain might be screaming, I know the brain might be screaming, I know that Act 2 is the end of the story. But the shaman heart, just as Jesus in that boat, has a more powerful I know. And that is the I know that the safe harbor, the happy ending, the amour union, not only is it guaranteed, but it already exists. It's a done deal. I've already read the last page of the script because I'm the author of the script. I am this pen. Now I'm just living it and enjoying the ride, even through the dip.